Probably not the best game that I was actually expecting to be starting to talk about here. Actually, the game that I was actually not expecting my team to be dealing with, especially the team that we're going to be playing with, because I think of all the teams that are below, that are on the bottom part of the world, Nottingham Forest always finds in some ways of making sure that life is difficult for Liverpool at every case, at every point in season which we are in. So this is even worse. The reason why this is even worse is because we are meeting a Nottingham Forest with a manager also who enjoys playing Liverpool. Yes, it's Oliver Glasner playing against Liverpool. If you look at his career history against Liverpool, he always gets the better out of us. You always get the better against us. Now you'll be playing us. It's not really something that I'm really expecting or even excited to think about it. It's not going to be very, very good. Let's just hope that we survive. That's the only thing I can say, people. So there's a lot of things that we're going to be talking about. I'm going to talk about what I think of the game, what I'm expecting from Liverpool, and how actually the game will go on. Like, my prediction is already there on the Football Connect. If you've not seen it, I'm going to say it at the end of this one, but it's there on the Football Connect. This is the Football Connect LFC, of course. We're going to be talking about what I expected, the lineup, exactly how do I feel like the manager needs to stay set up, and exactly what's the future of Liverpool as the transfer window is about to close and Liverpool are doing no business. Remember that? The thing that we have been talking about them doing, business, signing players, things like that, things that we've been making so much noise about, it doesn't happen even up to now. And that for me is a bit worrying. But anyway, we are here to talk about Nottingham Forest, a team that always enjoys playing against us. I think that's something that we have to be truthful. Nottingham Forest enjoys playing against us. Oliver Glasner enjoys playing against us. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow at Anfield, but we're going to have to be ready for the game. So there's a lot of things that we're going to be covering in this video. I hope, guys, you're excited, you're ready. Yes. In the last video, I went a bit crazy. I had two people. I'm not really happy with a lot of things that is happening, but that's, the normal football. That's why we live for it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Connect Lens to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section. Let's get into the video. So Liverpool hosts Nottingham Forest on Saturday on the 29th of August, of course, for game which is going to be played. Remember, Liverpool only have 1 point right now in the Premier League. We failed to pick up maximum points against Newcastle. If this becomes another game, this will be very, very, very terrible, especially for how big of a club we are and what we are expected to be doing, where we are supposed to be with the amount of money which has been spent to the current squad that we have. Something has to give, and it's going to be an interesting one to see how the game is actually going to be played, but we have to keep an eye on this one. It's going to be played, like I said, it's the early game, which will be, of course, 1:30 my time, but it will be 12:30 if you're watching it in Britain. Venue Anfield, manager and Andoni Iraola versus Oliver Glasner of Nottingham Forest. How do I see this? Because there is a bit of the difference between how these teams are, like in terms of current form. For example, I can give you an example. Current form, Liverpool, the Reds are looking for their first league victory under Andoni Iraola, a dramatic 2-2 draw at Newcastle United. Dominic Soboslai secured a point in the 99th minute with the 99th minute penalty. Hugo Ekitike, Joe Gomez, Giovanni Leone, and Connor Bradley remain sidelined for this game, of course, because of the long-term injuries that they've suffered. And the Nottingham Forest, Oliver Glasner has endured a tough start, suffering back-to-back defeat against Leeds United. So, of course, it's been a hard start for back-to-back defeats against the Leeds in both Premier League and the Carabao Cup, so they're already out of the tournament. Midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White and defender Nico Williams are both carrying a knock and faces a late fitness test for them to appear at Anfield. So that is going to be an interesting one to see if these guys will be able to play in this fixture. That is going to be really, really interesting, to be honest. Current head-to-head history, Forest has proven to be a tricky opponent for Liverpool at Anfield in recent seasons. Imagine at Anfield, not anywhere else, at Anfield. That is a bit crazy when you think about it. Winning 2 of their last 3 counters across all competition there. So, in February 2022, Liverpool won by 1-0.
Then, of course, in November, Forest beat us at Enfield by 3 goals to 0. We also had a 1-1 draw to their home, and they beat us 1 goal to 0 in September 2024. So this is a team that enjoys playing us. It is a team that really enjoys playing us, really, but it's going to be interesting how we actually maneuver in this fixture, because it's a fixture that we're supposed to be winning, to be honest. In terms of the predicted lineup, the player lineups that are expected for Liverpool: Alisson, Frimpong, Jeremy Jacquet. We have Virgil van Dijk, Kirkes, Soboslai, Gravenberch, Munoz, Witz, Isak, Gakpo. These are the players that are expected to be playing in this fixture. Who do I think will actually make it, really? I think that's how it's going to be. In terms of Nottingham Forest, is go to their own fan account, they'll give you that information. What am I expecting from this fixture? If I can try by means to be at least clear and maybe honest with how I'm seeing this fixture coming up, I'm expecting a better Liverpool than the team that I watched last time. I think we're going to change it from Rian Gomwa to Victor Munoz on the left, because Rio struggles to play on the right. He's not really having the best moment really playing on the right, but on the left, we see the best out of him. We see him actually perform the way we expect him to do. So I think that is going to be the change that is done. Frimpong and Kirkes' situation, I can't really complain about Frimpong and Kirkes because we don't have anyone. If that makes sense, we don't have anyone we can exchange them with. At the moment, we are supposed to be doing something in the transfer window, but we are not. But we'll see. That's how it's going to look like. The Gravenberch versus Gravenberch and Soboslai double pivot worries me a bit. The reason why it worries me a bit is because I need this team to move like a team. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm not just saying that because it's a fancy way to say. I need these guys to understand that whenever somebody vacates a post, you should at least offer some kind of a cover in that vacated spot. For example, I don't want to see Dominic Soboslai entering the box while Gravenberch is not in his position. It means that double pivot is not only none left, but only with the Xhaka and Van Dijk. And Van Dijk cannot go further because he knows when it comes to leg game, trying to keep up with the players, the young kids, is now becoming a bit difficult. So we need to find a better way to get that actually start working for us, not against us. We need to get the best way that can actually help this team to produce the kind of the results that we're looking for than the results that we're actually getting, because it will definitely become a problem. There has to be a way we see a certain balance, a certain movement that we can say, okay, I think this is appreciable. This is something that we can move in and actually enjoy against. So I'm worried about that double pivot. They need to be taught to be disciplined in their positions. I think that is very, very pivotal in whatever that we want to do. These few people need to be taught to be very, very disciplined in their position, because if they vacate their position the way they are doing, it's going to be a terrible, terrible game for us to watch, really. Isak and Vitz combination. This has been something that has been talked about so much, and I'm not really thinking too much about it because I think we saw some hint and some good things of them in the preseason. And now when you think about it, preseason doesn't really give you the ugly truth in terms of the reality of the squad and everything that is happening. So that is something that can be worked on as the season progressed. But they need to start producing something. The amount of money that was spent on those two players up forward, we need to be seeing something. And I can't complain about Xhaka. I was impressed. And Virgil van Dijk, I think that it's becoming a bit difficult, but we have to cover him. Kirkes, I know it will work out, really. Give it time. Cody Gakpo scored a goal, so I can't even complain. Victor Munoz was very pivotal in helping us come back against Newcastle. So I think that in a way earns him the right to actually start the game. That's what I'm expecting. It gives him the right to start a game, but we will see how that one plays out. But don't forget to like the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the Connect. Where are you watching us from? What do you think will happen in the game, and who are the most important players that we're going to have to add into the squad so that we are ready for the upcoming competition? I know I am ready for this. Are you ready for this? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Connect. We'll be doing more on this on the Football Connect. There's a lot of things that we need to talk about. I need also to talk about our new owner,
who put out some interesting notes that I'm going to go through. I literally have a summarized version that I did post a bit in the afternoon, the Football Connect. So I'm going to go through that, maybe read that to you and hear what your thoughts are in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Connect. We'll see you another one. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.